Dinking Around with Eddie and Webby was not filmed in front of a live studio audience. Hey, everybody, welcome to Dinking Around with Eddie and Webby. We're back in action.
That's right. This is Dinking Around, which is similar to the Eddie and Webby podcast, but also very different, but also very similar and very different at the same time.
Yeah, like you really could not get more similar yet different all at the same time.
What makes us different?
And do you know?
Yeah.
I'm glad you asked that. The reason it is so different is this show is raw, this show is uncensored, and it is totally unplanned. We have no idea what's going to happen. We don't know what we're going to say. Certain words might slip out of our mouth that you wouldn't even expect.
Like booger.
Or feces. And there goes all the viewers.
Yep. Actually, I'm not kidding you. I am not kidding you. Our viewership went down to like 20% of what we had on before. So you guys are diehards out there if you're still watching this piece of crap show that we have.
Yeah, for anybody that's still tuned in right now, like we love you guys because you are definitely diehard Eddie and Webby fans, and we appreciate the four of you more than you could possibly know.
Yes, you guys know who you are. Oh, and we just lost two more. Apparently, they don't like to be called out. So.
Oh man, wow, people hate us.
This is actually kind of funny. We actually, I think that my integration with Twitch is off because we got a chat from Twitch, and it's from Emperor Ito, but it definitely is not our. They have nothing to do with Pickleball. I have no idea how this happened, but somehow that came through. I think there might be an issue behind the scenes, but thank you, Emperor Ito, for that.
Yeah, we'll take it. We'll take any viewer that we can get, even Emperor Ito on Twitch.
That's right. Thank you, Twitch Emperor Ito. Oh man, I thought only Twitch Chris watched. Apparently, Emperor Ito does as well.
Nice.
Yeah. This is Dinking Around. I'm super excited about what we're going to talk about today, which is I have no idea.
Yeah, I have no idea. There is one thing I do want to talk about. Really, the only thing that I had planned to talk about for today. Oh man, is that new can technology where it's like transparent?
Yeah, you like that?
That's amazing.
I forgot it. I have another green can. Whoopsies. Oh, that's kind of cool. So that's the artwork on the high five can you can see.
Oh wow. I like it.
Cool, yeah. Anyway, sorry. What did you want to talk about, Webby? It's apparently Dinking Around with Webby and Webby, right? Heyo.
So actually, all I wanted to bring up is for the hardcore Eddie and Webby fans. In 2 days, it is the match that we've been promoting for quite a while now.
What?
That's right. It is it's the special event known as Dink for Pink, and a lot of great things are happening during that event. To kick things off is an exhibition match, which is I'm looking very forward to this. It's Team Eddie and Webby versus Team No Smoke Pickleball Show to determine who is the dominant pickleball podcast in the universe.
Well, I'm glad.
You know how we're going to prove that? Like whoever wins the match is going to get a special trophy that will, beyond a shadow of a doubt, determine who the superior pickleball podcast of the universe is. Would you like to see the trophy?
Yeah. Do Kyle and or Lauren and or Maggie know about this trophy?
They do. I have mentioned it to them. Right. And I showed Lauren and Kyle. Actually, I don't think Maggie has seen it. And I am referring to Maggie Raminzi. Yes, I'm name dropping a very successful pickleball pro because she's going to be my partner in this match.
Oh yeah, it's a good upgrade.
Unfor-
I mean, if you're gonna,
oh, for sure.
it's like Eddie,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
Maggie. I'm just kidding. There's like Eddie and Maggie. Big difference.
Yeah, unfortunately, Eddie will not be able to make it this year. We had a great time last year, but it's not going to work out for him to be there this year. So I had to go out and recruit a new partner, and I had to go strong. I had to get some very great talent.
Yeah, you went big. It's like, maybe we'll go a little bit better than Eddie. No, let's just go to the top. Let's just go after
Right?
freaking Maggie. Come on. I mean, that's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah, I love it. I can't wait. But without further ado, I think I will go ahead and show you what we'll be playing for.
I'll do a drum roll.
And here it is.
Whoa! Check that out.
Look at this. It is solid 24 karat gold microphone and microphone base.
You went
And
all out on
this
that,
part,
man.
this part is not solid gold. You do not want this part to be solid gold because you don't want to get fingerprints all over the solid gold. So this part is just a standard microphone stand. But this part, we went all out, and this part, we went all out. And yeah, this is what the winning team of the match is going to go home with.
I like
And
it.
yeah, I think it's cool. I love when like college football teams have rivalries and the winning team goes home with a trophy, such as Michigan versus Michigan State, which happened last weekend. They play for the Paul Bunyan Trophy. So we figured we got to go all out for this, and we're playing for what we like to call the Midwest Mafia microphone.
Oh,
That's right.
I like it.
That is right.
That's exciting, man. I can't wait to hear about it. That's going to be a good time. What do you guys know what time you're playing on Saturday?
So we have the court reserved from 10:30 to 12 on Saturday. So it's gonna happen in that time frame. And then after that, it's showtime and the actual Dink for Pink event is gonna get kicked off. And I am super excited for that. I'll be playing with our good friend Nicole Miller throughout that. And yeah, I can't wait. It's gonna be a super fun time.
Nice. I'm excited to hear what the results are. I'll be live streaming later with Johnny Pickleball. We're gonna do something a little unique this time that I'm gonna talk about a little bit later, but hopefully we'll be able to find
nice.
out before the stream, and I can talk about it. I can talk about your big win.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I'm really excited. Lauren was here actually the last week. Well, I'm sure you knew that.
I did know that.
Yeah, she
What was she doing there though?
hanging
For
out
those
with
that don't
family.
know.
Yeah, so Kyle was supposed to come down. Kyle Salenko, he wasn't able to. So just Lauren was down here, and she actually live streamed her APP show from the Eddie studio, the Eddie and Webby studio here. One of the Eddie and Webby studios. We each have our own, but the Eddie version of the Eddie and Webby studio here in Naples. She live streamed here on my setup, that was fun. It was cool to be involved with that.
Nice.
Yep.
Very cool. Oh, speaking of Kyle, we just got a message here from Facebook. This came from all of Facebook, and they said Kyle Salenko, more like Kyle Listenko. Oh man, that's not very
Hey-o.
nice, Facebook.
Wow.
Man, Facebook is brutal.
Kyle Listenko, huh? Man, that's some fighting words, Facebook.
Yeah, it is. I'll be sure to give him that message on Saturday.
That'd be cool. I know Lauren was really excited to be able to play, so it should be good times.
You know what? Speaking of the big the matchup that's going to happen against the No Smoke Pickleball show, I think now might be a great time to play a little video that we put together. It's a diss track that we put together in rebuttal against some smack talk that we heard from Lauren and Kyle on one of their shows.
Should we play it?
I think we should play it.
All right. Here we go.
I mean, did you guys ask some tough, hard-hitting questions?
Do you need me to come on the show to ask the hard questions? Because I just know you're way too nice of a guy.
We were trying to do a little Eddie and Webby versus the No Smoke show, challenge. However, Eddie decided to be a loser and not come to Michigan and play.
I feel
Then
we have
Webby's like
Webby
Webby.
is Webby. So
I
yeah.
mean,
If you have a paddle, you could be Webby. You know what I mean? Anyway.
I mean, put a like cardboard cutout on the court.
Yo, we heard the No Smoke Pickleball show talking smack about Eddie and Webby. Well, we've stayed quiet long enough. Listen up.
Kausalenko and Laura McLaughlin.
They're the new kids on the block and they're starting something.
Morning Kyle, they love running their mouths.
Well, you got our attention, now we're ready to pound.
You say you're no smoke, more like a big joke.
It's time somebody put you in your place, so let's go.
Yeah, you've got no smoke, but you also have no fire. We've got custom paddles and pickleball attire. You've got your hot takes and your minute reviews.
But you started a battle that you're destined to lose.
You've got a great show, but we detect some trouble. You argue all the time like an old married couple.
You're trying real hard to be a multimedia pro, but technical issues are all you seem to know.
Oh, hey, we're back. Okay. We're back. That's better.
You say we're too nice and don't ask hard-hitting questions. How about you shut your mouth? That's a great suggestion.
I heard you talking smack about my pickleball skills. Well, you better watch out, I'll make you head for the hills. At Dink for Pink, I've got a secret weapon. Maggie Raminzi Chow is gonna teach you a lesson.
We're Eddie and Webby, and we're here to stay. The ball's in your court now,
so let's play. You guys are controversial, we've got nothing but class. Why don't you take your no smoke and blow it straight up your... Oh, yeah. Why don't you take your no smoke and blow it straight up your ass?
Oh, I'm telling.
You couldn't hear that, could you?
No, but I'm telling anyway.
Good.
You're in trouble. Oh.
Man, that's just the kind of edgy material you can expect here on the Dinking Around with Eddie and Webby show, yo.
I have a feeling they have their rebuttal in the works.
You think so? I've been waiting. Nothing. They haven't done nothing. They're scared, man.
I have a feeling that they do. I have a feeling.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I am kind of scared. I'm not going to lie. Like, I feel like the longer time goes on, it just makes me even more nervous because I feel like we haven't seen much from Kyle lately, and I feel like he's just been like in the studio, just like laying down tracks, just shredding us new buttholes.
He's gonna be like, "What, you think I don't have guns? What, you think I sold them all? What, cause I've been in the lab with this pen and this pad trying to get this damn label off? Is that what you're
Y'all
saying?
know me.
He's gonna go Dr.
Still
Dre?
same old G. Yeah. I feel like I don't know. I'm nervous. I think I feel like you're lucky that you're down there in Florida when I'm gonna be with them in person this Saturday.
Yeah.
Actually,
well,
this will be the first time I've ever met Kyle in person.
I still have not officially met him in person. I've seen him, but I've never met him in person.
I think both Kyle and Lauren were at the Great Lakes Regionals that I was at in Kalamazoo this year, but
Yeah.
I didn't know who they were at the time, and I'm pretty sure we probably crossed paths, but I just didn't know it at the time.
Well, have fun. Hopefully they're gonna do some fun stuff to mess with you. That'll be good.
No, I'm looking forward to it. It should be super fun.
Yeah.
As you know, Dink for Pink last year was an awesome event. It's going to be at a different venue this year, though. It's a venue that you and I are both very familiar with. Last year it was at Norton Pines.
Yep.
And this year it will be at the Great Lakes, not Great Lakes, the
Oh.
Grand Rapids Racket and Fitness.
I love that facility. That is by far my favorite indoor facility. Oh, Norton Pines was cool. It had the bar upstairs. You could kind of overlook everything, which was cool. But playing on the courts at Grand Rapids Racket and Fitness and just the whole ambiance of the place is really cool.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, especially those dedicated courts. Like you can't beat a dedicated pickleball court on a tennis court surface indoors. I mean, it's so nice.
I agree. Larry Patrick says, "Sup, fellas." Sup, Larry.
Hey,
What's
Larry.
going on, man?
Thanks for tuning in.
We appreciate you. Yeah, man, I'm actually kind of jealous. Although I'm not jealous about the weather in Michigan right now, and the weather here has been great. It's 66 out right now, which means we got the windows open. It's beautiful. This is like a Florida winter happening right now, and man, it's amazing.
Last week was horrible. I mean, today we had a pretty hot spell. We reached a high of 52 today. It was beautiful.
52 is not bad for mid-November. I mean, you guys had snow in October, so you can't be too upset.
Yeah, we had record-setting snow already this year. I mean, for how early in the year that it happened, it was crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. That's why I'm good down here in Florida. And Larry Patrick says Hot Springs, Arkansas.
Nice.
Yeah, never been. I have been to Arkansas. I actually, when I was visiting our friends in Memphis, we went across the bridge and then right back over. So that was cool. That was a fun time.
I've been to Little Rock. I went to Little Rock, Arkansas to visit my brother. He was in the Air Force and stationed there. So I think I went there twice when I was like around 12 years old or something like that.
I just remember, I think it was HBO had a movie. This was early 2000s, late 90s. It was about like gang members in Little Rock. And that's always the impression that I've had of Little Rock. And it's probably such a stupid, skewed perspective because it's probably nice. There's probably some great things going on, but that's all I ever remember was, I think it was called Banging in Little Rock. It was about gangbangers in Little Rock, Arkansas.
Banging in Little Rock.
That's right. Not like banging in the kitchen. Oh my God, I just thought of a great tournament, man. Banging in Little Rock. A pickleball tournament in Little Rock.
Oh man, that's perfect.
We got.
Do you think has that already happened? I wonder. Like, if that hasn't happened, we need to do a tournament down in Little Rock just so we can do that.
Yeah, let's see if we can make this happen. Larry Patrick also said, hometown of Vulcan Sporting Goods, Corinne's sponsor. That's
nice. Great reference, Larry. Corinne was on the podcast earlier on episode 55. So yeah, that's a great reference.
That's the only reason Larry was watching. It wasn't because of us.
Yeah, he probably didn't realize that we had already talked to Corinne and she's gone. And that's probably why he's tuning in. Oh, and there he goes. Larry's gone.
And he's gone. Yep. That's so funny. Good times, man. Did you, speaking of this, like, I know this is completely not even pickleball related at all, but did you see the recent clip of that news reporter who it looks and sounds like he farts really loud during it? No, it wasn't a news reporter. I'm sorry. It was, it was, oh my God, I think it was a senator or I can't remember what it was, but he was some politician and he's being interviewed and it was pretty funny. I don't know if you saw it or not, but.
It does not sound familiar, but it sounds great.
Well, so the news company came back and they're like, "Oh, it was actually the sound of somebody sliding a coffee mug across a table." And I'm like, I don't think I've ever. Can you believe? Like, I've never slid a coffee mug across the table and was like, "Was that a coffee mug across the table or a fart?" I don't know which one.
Right? No, that's never happened. That's never happened ever.
To me. Ever. That's so funny.
Well, speaking of farting, I have a good farting story if you want to hear it.
Yeah, of course.
This is Dinking Around with Eddie and Webby, man. This is the kind of high quality topics we discuss, dudes.
I'm gonna lean
and
in
dudettes.
I'm gonna lean on in.
All right,
real close.
So I recently got the Ring doorbells, the video camera thing.
Yes.
So I've got one installed on the front door and the back door of my house. And the other about 2 days ago in the morning. My wife was taking my daughters to school, and a couple minutes after they left, I get a text message from my wife, and she's like, "You've got to check out the Ring recording from when we left the house." That's all she told me. So I pull up the video clip, and my oldest daughter walks out of the house first, and then she stops, and then my youngest daughter walks out of the house. And then my older daughter is still stopped. She crouches over a little bit and rips the most gigantic fart I've ever heard. And then my younger daughter was super pissed about it. And it was all captured on camera. And you can hear it. and it is hilarious. I immediately downloaded that so I could keep it forever.
Yeah, you got to keep that thing forever. Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Oh man!
I
And
like it.
the funny thing is when they came home from school that day, I was like, oh man, I was like, you're never gonna believe what happened. Like I had to share one of our Ring videos to the neighborhood to watch because there was some person going around farting on cameras, and so I shared it, and my daughter was like, "What? You shared it? I can't believe you. That's so embarrassing."
Oh, that's great.
And I did not share it. That was just a joke. I did not share it, but she bought it and she got upset, and that was hilarious.
That is hilarious. You got that.
Yeah.
So do you know, like the first time a boy ever comes over to take her out on a date, you could be like, I got this Ring doorbell here because let me show you how it works, and then play it right there and just embarrass the crap out of her.
Yes, perfect.
I love it.
Perfect.
We made
Yep.
Nicole
I'll
Miller
be saving
cry
it.
laughing, but that story, by the way.
Nice.
Yeah.
What's up, Nicole? Looking forward to playing with you in a couple days.
Yeah, what's up? Andre Paul says, enjoying a big ditch brewing. That's so funny. I had to catch myself saying, I'm sure you can imagine what my mouth was wording there. Big ditch brewing chocolate cream porter while watching this episode. Hashtag Buffa Love.
Oh, nice.
Hashtag Bills Mafia. Hashtag Go Bills. Thank you, Andre, for watching. And that beer
Nice. That
sounds delicious.
Yeah, it does. I've never had it. Not familiar with it, but it sounds very delicious. And I feel like it's somewhat similar to what I'm drinking right now, which is the Arabacadabra coffee milk stout.
I like it.
No farting while we play, Nicole says, and I'll do my best. No promises, but I will do my best.
That would be funny. I mean, that it happens sometimes. I play at East Naples. There's some older people there, and I mean, sometimes it slips out. You never really know.
Yep,
you don't know what's going on. But
yeah, I feel like that could be even be a good strategy. You're up at the non-volley zone line. I feel like that could be a good way to kind of like distract your opponent.
Yep.
There's nothing in the rules about farting.
Speaking of people farting.
I guess, I don't know.
Yep. Speaking of people farting on the pickleball court, Jim Coleman says, "Hey, Eddie, where's my shirt after we beat you 12-4? Listen, Jim, I never agreed to that, okay? You said you wanted a shirt, and you beat us, and maybe one day. maybe one day we'll legitimately throw an Eddie and Webby shirt on the line when we play."
Actually, I have a great answer for Jim. You know where
that's
your
true.
shirt is? It's on eddieandwebby.com/store. That's where it's at.
That's right, Jim. You can use coupon code PICKLE10 for 10% off your order. God,
Nailed
I
it.
Cheesy. I feel cheesy every time I do that. I hate self-promoting. It's like it's the most uncomfortable thing in the world. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah, it is such a weird thing. Like I have no problem promoting other people's stuff, but when it comes to our stuff, I just feel dirty.
Yeah, it feels wrong, which is crazy because I mean these are good. This is good quality shirts. It
really
there's an
is.
Eddie Webby logo on the back, so I'm just saying, like, it's good stuff.
And I kid you not, I love that. I love my Pickleball for Life shirt. This one right here.
Yeah. Yep.
I love it. I've had numerous people like stop me, like that don't even know what pickleball is. They're like, "Oh, that's a cool shirt." Well, like, what's pickleball?
You see, yeah. Then that's another good thing too, is that you can wear that shirt. They're gonna be like, "Oh, it's pickleball," and then you can spread the word. But check out what's on the back.
Oh, nice. I like that. I got to get one of those.
It's one of my favorite shirts out there right now. I did create kind of a stupid one.
Is it the cheese ball one? Is it the cheese ball one?
It's so stupid. So if you guys want to go to the website and just look for the one, it's a giant container of cheese balls, but instead of cheese balls, it's actually pickleballs. And I thought it was like, when it was in my head, I was like, oh my God, this is genius. This is going to make millions. And then I did it and I'm like, this is the stupidest shirt ever. Why would anybody want to wear this?
Like, I don't get it at all, but it looks cool though. It looks great. Like, I really like the way it looks. I just don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know. It came to me in a dream apparently, and yeah, it didn't work. So
I'm kind of bummed at myself because like I've been trying to come up with like a good creative pickleball themed shirt, and so far I have not been able to come up with anything. Every time I do come up with an idea that I think is hilarious, I go on Google and it already exists.
yeah, so that's the thing is that if you search pickleball T-shirts, there's a lot out there. There's a ton of people selling a lot of these pickleball shirts, and so. But I mean, you came up with the one you're wearing.
Yeah, I'm very proud of this one. Like this one,
Yeah,
it's the Pickleball for Life. I'm very very proud of this one.
What do you guys like better, the Dink Dare shirt or the Pickleball for Life? Throw it in the comments.
Yeah, I'd love to know. Like you never know. You never know. Like stuff that we think is great, people might hate.
Yeah.
So we never know what the general public feels about what we're creating here.
Do you ever watch the YouTube channel Good Mythical Morning?
No, never. Haven't even heard of it.
Yeah, I never heard of it either. And then I don't know how YouTube comes up with, hey, you might like this video. It makes no sense to me, to be honest with you. But it came up, and it's these two guys, Rhett and Link, and they're originally from North Carolina. I think they're musicians and maybe comedians also. And they have this show where it's like usually 10 to 15 minutes long, and they'll do stuff like they did a McDonald's food from around the world, and they would eat like a certain McDonald's dish from Japan and have to guess where it came from and stuff like that. And they do a lot with food, and it's pretty good. I wouldn't have expected I would like something like that, but the production quality is good, the content is good. They're both funny, relatable guys. It was good stuff.
I gotta tell you, I love YouTube. Like I could easily go without cable, Netflix, and anything. If I could just have YouTube access, I think I'd be totally fine. There's such great content out there, and like, I mean, just like everyday people, like anybody can do a YouTube channel, and like there's some very talented people out there that don't get the exposure that they deserve, and it's just you just gotta be able to find the right thing, and I love it. Great stuff out there.
That's pretty much all I watch is YouTube. So, by the way, you already have 2 votes for your shirts. Nicole said the Pickleball for Life. Jim Coleman said Webby's. So 2 responses, and both are for your shirt. They like that Pickleball for Life. I agree, man. It's awesome shirt.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And I don't know if you noticed this, but that's 2 victories for me in a row now. Last week when we had Tony on, he was asking about what the public preferred, tri-blend shirts versus the moisture wicking shirts. I was on Team Tri-blend. You were on Team Moisture wicking, and an overwhelming majority of people watching sided with me with the Tri-blend.
Yeah, that's what this is. This is a Tri-blend shirt, and I like them a lot.
It's so soft. Like the Pickleball for Life shirt that I have is Tri-blend, and it is so soft and comfortable. And I wore it during my singles tournament and also during my 4.0 tournament. And it felt great. Like by the time I'm hot enough to drench it in sweat, I'll just swap it out for another one and I'm good to go.
I like it. Do you know what else I like?
What's that?
How about the fact that Pickleball was on frickin' Jeopardy last night? What?
Hell yeah.
That was amazing. I'm assuming you already saw this already, right?
I did already see it. I absolutely loved it. I was actually going to bring it up. I'm glad you did. I'm going to do my best Alex Trebek impression. And can you bring it back up, please?
Oh, here. All right, there we go. Can you read it?
Yeah, I can read it. What's the deal, yo? The USAPA promotes this racket sport, one of the USA's fastest growing sports. That was a horrible Alex Trebek.
I'll take swords for 300, Alex.
I was going to quote a different line, but I think it might be even a little too outrageous for thinking around.
I know exactly what you were going to do, and I agree with you. I think that would have pushed the envelope a little too much there.
Yeah. The Sean Connery one.
Yeah. Well, that was my Sean Connery voice too, but you're
Oh, really? That's what that was?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Do you see? Yeah. Yep. That's good stuff.
Wait, so pull that up again one more time in the corner if you can.
There we go.
So is there anything on there that stands out to you as not quite accurate?
Well, that was what I wanted to talk about. I mean, are you talking about whether it's a racket sport or a paddle sport?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Yeah. So there was actually something I tried to look for it in the forum, but I lost it. Who knows? Maybe it got deleted because that seems to happen sometimes. But there was a conversation going around out there around racket sport versus paddle sport, and apparently, racket sports is like the umbrella that paddle sports also fall under. And I think that was kind of, if I interpreted it correctly, that was how it was interpreted. So I'm not sure, but that's how it was interpreted.
Yeah. And to be honest, like I've always kind of put pickleball into the racket sport genre, even though I know it's technically a paddle. What do you think? Like, do you think it fits? Like, is it accurate to say it's a racket sport? Or
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, right? It's almost like a square is a rectangle, but a rectangle is not a square. If racket sports include paddle sports, which it kind of does, then I'm totally okay with it. And if somebody's like, "Oh, is pickleball played with a racket or a paddle?" and you're like, "Oh, it's a paddle," and they're like, "Well, it's called a racket sport. I'm not playing this crap." Then all right, like I think you're taking it a little too far. I don't think it matters that
Right.
much.
Yeah. Yeah, same here. Like, it's the kind of thing where, like, really, dude, you have to call out the fact that somebody said a racket sport. Like, I love the fact that, like, most people were super happy that pickleball was a topic on Jeopardy. But then you get all these people that are like, oh my God, these people are idiots. It's not a racket sport. It's a paddle sport.
You play with a paddle. It's not a racket sport, you dummy.
Friggin'
God.
idiots.
You're not
They
even
just
a
tarnish
pro.
the game of pickleball.
You're not even a
They're-
pro
they-
pickleball player.
Right? Because of that, I'm not going to play pickleball anymore. That just ruined the game of pickleball because they're trying to get national exposure, but they're calling it a racket sport and not a paddle sport.
God. Ah. Yeah, it's crazy, man. People are nuts, aren't they?
They really are. Yeah, it blows my mind the nut jobs that are on the pickleball forum or just Facebook in general, social media in general. It just blows my mind.
Well, there's some good stuff out there, too. I actually have a few of those, Webby, if you want to jump into some of these pickleball forum posts.
Yeah, let's do it. I love it.
All right, man. Here is a topic, and let me pull it up here. This is from John Smith. It's a picture of, what's his name? Crowder. Louder with Crowder. And this is a good meme picture, and it says, "Pickleball should use rally scoring. Change my mind." I'm gonna. Why don't you go? You should go first on this one.
So my opinion has actually changed on this a bit. I used to be 100% against rally scoring because I felt that it changed pickleball way too much, and like I still can see why people have a problem with it because like the fact that everybody gets a chance to serve makes pickleball unique, I feel, and it's something that I love, and I don't think it should totally go away. We kind of talked about this with Steve Peranto when we were on his show, and Mark Rennison called in, and he made some very great points that I totally agree with. Like if we truly want pickleball to become like an Olympic sport, something that's on ESPN and stuff like that, I do kind of feel like rally scoring is something that would need to happen because that will make pickleball more like it'll end the games will end sooner because the way it is with the way pickleball goes and the scoring and the serving and everything, like a match could go an hour, like just one game even could go an hour in a best 2 out of 3 series depending on how things go, and stuff like that makes it very tough to put it on national television and make it appeal to the masses and stuff like that. So I mean, it's tough though because like it in some ways I do feel like it kind of tarnishes what pickleball is all about because that's how we've come to know and love it by doing the 3-point scoring, like the 0-0-2 kind of thing. But I mean, I don't know. I'm the more time goes on, the more I am not against implementing rally scoring, and something that got discussed when we were on Steve Peranto's show that I like is I think it'd be cool if there were tournaments that like that you go into knowing like this is a rally scoring tournament. Like you can have your regular tournaments how they are now, but maybe some people do some rally scoring tournaments just to kind of see how it goes. And I think that could be a cool way to kind of introduce it, see how it goes, and take it from there. So that's how I think. I know I kind of rambled on a long time there, but what do you think, Eddie?
Jeez. Well, anybody out there, if you want to throw in the comments your opinion too, we'd love to hear about it. Well, there's one. I had a question for you. You said the 3-point scoring. How does rally scoring change that?
Because you get a point there's a point on every serve.
Yeah, but
so,
it doesn't. Score, it's you still say the score 0-0-2 or 13-12-2.
Whatever. So I said that part wrong, but I mean, like the fact of everybody's serving.
Gotcha. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that I thought that maybe you and I had different definitions of rally scoring. That's what I was like.
No, I'm just an idiot. I'm just an idiot.
So
that's all.
Jeez. Well, I actually had personal experience doing rally scoring at the Beat the Buzzer tournament, where it was an 8-minute time match and rally scoring, and it changed the whole game. The whole everything changed when you're on defense and you score a point. And it's not a change of serve, or it's not a side out. It's just a change of server. You got to remember to switch, and that is not something that we are accustomed to. So that was very hard to be able to get used to at first. I do think though that if we would implement rally scoring, I don't think that we should do it to speed up the games. What I think we should do is analyze a few hundred pro matches, identify if we would have applied rally scoring to it, what the total score would be, and then make that the final score of the match. So instead of 11, maybe it's 23 points, or maybe it's 20 points, or maybe it's 26. I don't really know. But I think if we did the math, we could probably find out what that total amount would be, and then be able to make that, the what you play to, right?
Yeah. Oh, I know 100%. Like you definitely, it definitely should not end at 11. Like if you do rally scoring, you've got to increase what the point you need to reach to win the game is, for sure.
Well, I mean, in some of those Beat the Buzzer matches where it was an 8-minute match, some teams got over 20 points. So I think one team got like 25. They just smoked the other team. But still, it's like, that was crazy.
Or even that, like Beat the Buzzer type stuff. Like maybe put a time limit. Like if we want this to get on ESPN, like ESPN 1 and not ESPN 10 or whatever it's on now. It's got to be something that you can do in you got to make sure it's going to end in a ballpark period of time, like a range of time, and you can't do that with the way pickleball currently is. Like you never know how long a match is going to last. So I don't know. What do you think? What do you think would be better? Rally? Well, so in Beat the Buzzer, is it rally scoring? I can't remember.
Yeah,
is
Beat
the Buzzer rally scoring?
Rally scoring and timed. And I definitely think that, to me, I love the fact that these tournaments are trying new things, right? But we're also amateur players. We're doing this for fun. Yes, we do have a business side of it, but ultimately that's why I'm doing this for fun. I wonder what the pros think of it. That's really my question, is what... for me, I think it'd be awesome to sign up for another Beat the Buzzer tournament. I had a blast there. I think it'd be awesome even if they had a round robin type of rally scoring tournament that you could go to. I think that would be so much fun. Change it up a little bit, try it out. But I wonder what the pros think.
Yeah, that's a great question. I would love to know, because I have not heard from any pros how they feel about the whole rally scoring thing.
Since we have probably 30 or 40 of the top pros in the game watching right now, let us know your thoughts.
Yeah, so Tyson, Kyle, Ben, feel free to leave a comment down below. I know you're all tuning in right now, so
that's right.
Just let us know.
I love it. Should we move on to the next one?
Yeah, I thought that was a great one, because actually I've never personally played rally scoring. I would like to try it sometime, and I think it would be a great move for a tournament director to do a rally scoring tournament. What do you think?
Let's do it. Eddie and Webby presents rally scoring, and then how far do you live from the closest rallies?
Oh man,
Are there any? There's some in Michigan. I think.
I think I think they all turned into checkers near me.
Ah,
But I, yeah,
it's so
I don't know if there's any
stupid.
rallies left.
It's the same food, but it's so crappier when it's a Checkers.
Yeah, it just like a checker burger. It does not sound as
No.
good as a rally burger.
No, it's stupid. I know it's the same food, but anyway, we could get rallies to sponsor it, bring in a bunch of food, real healthy, good pickleball food,
Yeah.
like French fries and burgers and chocolate.
Well,
shakes.
let's get rallies in on the Impossible Burger craze. We'll get so there you go, healthy. It's all vegetarian.
That actually, that would be a good
Close
idea.
to
Is like you have to eat like one of their value meals or whatever you call them, where it's like a burger, fries, and like a cola, some sort of cola beverage. You have to eat and drink all that, and then play rally scoring.
I like it. Seriously, that's what we should do. We should do an Eddie and Webby tournament and make it like just crazy stipulations.
Oh, like you got to
We'll have,
chug
like-
pickle juice before.
Yeah. Yeah, well, like the divisions, they won't be ranked by skill. It'll be ranked by like challenge. So like this is the rally combo division. This is the chug a beer division.
Yeah.
Like you have to chug a beer every like before the game and like before every game. So if you do best 2 out of 3, you chug a beer before game 1. Once game 1 ends, you chug another one.
Yeah, I mean they have the beer mile, right? Where you drink a beer while you're running a mile. You slam a beer and then every quarter mile you drink another one. Why not have a pickleball tournament like that?
Yeah, and we've got some very supportive comments about this idea. Why don't you throw up Nicole Miller's comment?
It's the puking emoji. Yeah, I agree with you there.
Well, that emoji looks a lot different on the screen than it does on Facebook.
Yeah,
But
I agree.
yeah, that is the puking emoji.
I think we should. Oh, I got one here that I want to put on. Which, come on, where is it at? I just saw it pop up. Why is
I
this
think I
taking
know which one
forever?
you're talking about.
Yeah.
Is it
Come
the one
on,
from
there
Audrey
we go.
Bamberger?
Yes.
Is it the Audrey Bamberger? Yes.
Fireball shots?
Yes.
I like it. Audrey, did you have fireball shots before we played last night? Because if you did and you didn't share, I'm going to be pretty upset with you. That would make me very unhappy.
Oh, that reminds me. Do you know the first time I ever did fireball shots before playing pickleball? You were part of it.
When was that?
That was Dink for Pink 2018.
That's right. We stopped off at that crappy liquor store in where was that? Grand Haven. That's right.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yep.
Interesting. Yeah. That was fun. Yes, we did. And then we had some beer too, didn't we? Man, we are lushes, huh?
We did. We really are.
Crazy.
But that
Crazy.
definitely has nothing to do with why we haven't won any medals together. Has nothing to do with it.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all. It helps take the edge off. It's good stuff.
That's right.
Yep. All right, let's go on to the next Facebook pickleball
All
forum
right.
post here. This is from John Kim, and John said, "People who play pickleball, are they pickle-eats or picklers?" And if you guys have an opinion out there, throw it in the comments. Who went first last night? Did you go? I can't remember.
I went first last time.
Okay, so I get to go first this time. So the question is, people who play pickleball, are they pickle-eats or picklers? I'm going to go with picklers. And I think it's just because pickle-eats, like, I don't know, it's too much going on. You have to really stop and think about it. Like picklers, you kind of know what you're talking about, right? Are you somebody that makes pickles? Do you play pickleball? Like, you know exactly what you're trying to say with that. Pickle-eats, it's like, do I have pickles stuck in my cleats? Like, I don't know. It's a little tougher. So I'm going to go with picklers.
Okay. Of those two choices, I would also go with picklers, but to be honest, the thing I like to refer to pickleball players as is pickleballers.
Yeah. I like that. I mean, it's simple. Straight to the
Because
point.
there's the show Ballers, and
Yeah.
I like to be called a pickleballer.
Audrey Bamberger said pickle eats and then said fireballers. There we go. Show up on the screen.
Oh,
Yes.
nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was a good one. I'd never heard pickle eats before, and so I was like, huh.
Yeah, I never have either. It's not bad. Like pickle, I'm a pickleet, but yeah, pickler definitely has a better ring to it in my mind.
Yeah.
But if you give an option, a third option, pickleballer would be number one in my mind.
Yeah, I like that. In fact, I wanted to make the 3D printed gold rings that said like pickleball, like ballers. I think that'd be cool to have all that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, in fact, speaking of pickleballers, that's if anybody has watched our newest pickleball music mashup, the opening song is dun, dun, to stop, drop. Or no, I forget how it goes. It's like drop,
drop,
shot.
Yep.
But anyway, there's a part that goes, "That's how pickleballers roll."
Yeah, little DMX.
That was the moral of the story. But yeah, if
Do
you haven't checked it out yet, check out the Pickleball Music Mashup Volume 5.
That's right.
On the Eddie and Webby YouTube channel.
Do you think that at the 20-year high school reunion, which you're going to, I'm not, by the way, but are you going to?
Actually, I'm not either.
You're not?
I am not because I am now, actually, I haven't talked about this yet. I am doing a pickleball tournament in Indiana that weekend.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah. Where in Indiana are you going?
It is in Carmel, Indiana, and I still don't know what the name of the venue is. I forgot to look that up, but I just know it's in the city of Carmel, Indiana. And if you give me a moment, I'll find out. Do you have anything to talk about while I look it up?
Yeah, I was going to ask if you think they're going to be playing DMX at the high school reunion because that was when that song was popular. It was in the late 90s.
Well, they better. I would be very disappointed if they don't.
Yeah. Actually, I got, I don't know. I mean, a lot of these other ones are real serious. I don't feel like we're in a serious mood right now with the with the podcast. I feel like we're having some fun. All right, why don't we throw this one up here while you're looking it up?
All right.
And Wes Middendorf said they just mentioned pickleball on the Howard Stern show. Baba Booey plays it.
Oh,
He mentioned
nice.
how it is the fastest growing sport in the U.S. Cue Howard Stern haters. So that's pretty cool that pickleball was brought up.
That's very cool.
Howard Stern, right? Yeah, I know you're a big Howard Stern fan.
I am a huge Howard Stern fan, and unfortunately, I have not had a chance to listen to much of his stuff lately. I don't have XM Sirius Radio, so I only hear things that like are posted on YouTube and things like that. But I grew up a huge Howard Stern fan, and that makes me very happy to hear that. Like I love the fact that they talked about it on there. That's awesome.
Oh yeah. Real quick, Audrey Bamberger says she wants to see Webby's high school grad photos. Do you have that? Oh man, I bet you I have some Can I show pictures from high school?
Go for it. I don't care.
Oh man,
I got nothing
these
to
are gonna
hide.
be good. Hey, so what's going on? Did you find out where it's at?
I'm still looking. I
Okay.
suck at maneuvering around things while after I've had a few drinks.
Can I show the picture of you eating glitter?
Oh man. Yeah, let's see it.
Yeah. All right, Audrey, this is for you. This isn't a grad photo, but this is a picture from 1997, I think, of
Wow.
Webby eating glitter on a trip to somewhere in Canada. Can you see? Oh, that's probably hard to see. There we go.
22 years ago.
Yep. That's Webby eating glitter. That's how long we've been friends for. Through
Oh,
thick and
man.
thin. This guy and me. We've been friends for a long time. Oh, this is
Man.
actually I just came across this. This is actually from when you're not in this, but I always think it's a funny picture. This is when I was in college, and my roommate decided to put on a gorilla costume, and in the middle of the night come and take pictures with me while I was sleeping, and then woke me up by throwing a big handful of baby powder in my face. That happened shortly after that. So,
nice.
yeah. We should do that. You know, we should bust out some old photos sometimes.
Yeah.
Before you,
okay.
in case you haven't found it out yet.
I found it.
Oh, you did?
Yep.
All right, well, here, real quick. So Ed Dine was asking a question for Randy Coleman earlier. It said, Corinne is going on a backpacking trip and talked about bringing her paddle with her to play pickleball. You are the expert at carrying your paddle, and he was sending that over to Randy Coleman, and Randy said, I do have my paddle with me everywhere. So that's the question that Ed said should ask Randy about, because it sounds like Randy brings his paddle with him everywhere, which is awesome. We should. Why not?
Nice.
Why would I usually keep my paddle in my car? I know that in cold weather you're not supposed to, but in warm weather, why not?
Well,
right?
So I'm in Michigan. It's cold, and I have an emergency pickleball backpack that I keep in my car at all times, 24/7, because you never know. In fact, last year I was up north in November for during deer season in northern Michigan, and I was lucky enough to get a deer on opening day, so I had a few days to spare, and I looked on places the USAPA Places to Play application, and I found that East Tawas, Michigan has a community center that had open pickleball play. So luckily, because of my emergency pickleball backpack, I went there and I played for 3 hours and had a great time. It was awesome.
That's cool. I mean, that's the middle of nowhere too.
Yeah, I never would have expected there to be a pickleball community there. And it's a really good community. Like it was great.
Yeah.
And in fact, I had never heard of the puppet master, Timothy Nelson, and one of the guys that I played with. I was chatting with him. I told him how like we're getting into YouTube, because we were still pretty new to the YouTube game at the time. And so I was telling him like what we're all about, what we're doing. And he was like, "Oh, so you probably know Timothy Nelson, the puppet master, right?" And I was like, "No, who's that?" So he was like, "Oh, you've got to check out some of his videos." So that day I looked up his stuff, and I watched, I think, every video that Timothy Nelson posted to YouTube, and I was just mesmerized and blown away about the stuff that he posted. Like, talk about somebody that was like ahead of his time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how many of today's pros were influenced by Puppet Master?
Oh yeah, I'm sure, tons. I mean, his whole approach, how he held himself at the line. I mean, he shaped how pickleball was played.
Absolutely, yeah, and it's crazy, his material that's out there is great, and I know like he's definitely a very controversial character. He's a love him or hate him kind of guy. There's no in between. You either really respect him and love what he has done in the pickleball world, or you absolutely hate it and think he's a cocky douchebag.
Yeah, that is the sentiment out there. But regardless, you have to respect what he did for the sport.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. And I know like last year when he finally he was on like a very long hiatus, and he came back into the pickleball world. That was huge news. Like that was very captivating stuff. And something that's very disappointing is like there hasn't been a whole lot of video coverage of him, because he hasn't made it like onto the center court, like the finals or like the medal matches and stuff. And this goes back to what we kind of ranted about last week, the fact that at these big tournaments, live streaming isn't allowed anywhere on the facilities. And because of that, we've missed out on a lot of Puppet Masters return matches, and it's very unfortunate.
Makes me sad. Deep down inside. Makes me real sad.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
But luckily there was video footage of Zane Affleck doing the Nasty Nelson to Timothy Nelson, and we diagnosed that shot during our live stream at the Beer City Open, so that was pretty amazing.
Our 4-hour live stream that was hijacked.
Yeah.
That's fun. I hope we do that again. But yeah, we got to see the Nelson get the Nelson against him.
And oh man, it makes me think of something that I definitely want to bring up on our next podcast. I don't know if I should say too much about who our guest is going to be and what we're going to talk about, but all I know is like you're definitely going to want to tune in to our next podcast because we're going to have some amazing guests and amazing content
Two of
and
them.
some controversial things to talk about too.
Mm-hmm. Two guests, right?
Yes.
Not one, but two.
I love when we have two guests on. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
It like adds such an extra dynamic.
Especially when because they're going to be in person in the Eddie version of the Eddie and Webby studio, which is cool.
Yeah, I love it. And yeah, because when Simone was on, she was there with you in person, and it definitely adds a different element, and I love it. You're not going to want to miss it.
Don't miss it. Oh, man. What else are we going to talk about tonight, Webby? Because, as you know, I live in Naples, and the police are already out making sure people are going to bed. They're already knocking on doors. Like, I see a light on. It's the only light I should see is Matlock coming from your late night TV as you're drinking your warm milk when you fall asleep. Because you live in Naples, son. I don't care if you're still in your 30s. You live in Naples. You follow our damn rules. You got it? That's what the cops say to me every night.
Yep. So. That is true. Really, the only thing I've got is I have the answer to the question everybody has been waiting to find out, and that is, where will I be playing in my next tournament?
Where in the world is Webby playing his next tournament?
And not including Dink for Pink, which is going to happen in 2 days, but my next full-blown tournament will be the Midwest Holiday Open at the Carmel Racket Club in Carmel, Indiana.
It's not Caramel, Indiana.
Nope, it's Carmel.
How the Midwesterners say it.
You know why I know it's Carmel?
Because
it's Carmel. It's not Caramel.
Caramel.
It's just Carmel. Carmel. Or I guess it could be Carmel. Is it Carmel?
When you're there, you should just pronounce it caramel the whole time and see what people say.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, this is Webby, not Eddie. I'm here in Caramel, Indiana.
I've been to Carmel, Indiana a couple times. We have a mutual friend that we graduated high school with that lives there. Fun times.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
I think I do. But do you think now is a good time to reveal who my partner is going to be, or should we save that for the next episode?
No, let's talk about it, man. Well, wait. It's when? It's end of December?
End of December, yep. It's December 28th is the day that my division happens.
I think we should talk about it. Let's talk about it at our end of year. You want to do that?
Ooh, okay. All right. So if you guys want to find out who I'll be playing with, it's pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It's very cool. My wife and I decided we wanted to take a little trip to Indiana that weekend, and I found out there was a tournament going on there, so I sent a Facebook message to an Indiana pickleball group, and I said, "Hey, I'm registered for this tournament. I currently need a partner. If anybody is willing to take a chance and do 4.0 with me, and we're not going to get a chance to practice beforehand, so it's just going to be, I'm going to show up, we're going to play. Let me know. Send me a direct message." I got a direct message, and it's from a very, very cool person.
Okay.
And I'm very excited to announce it, but you're going to have to wait till next week to find out. Or not next week, but our next episode, whenever that happens.
That's right. In a couple weeks, folks.
Yep. Man, it's going to be such a fun night. We've got great guests for the podcast, and we're going to talk about amazing things on Dinking Around, just like we did tonight. Like, tonight was super fun. We didn't have a guest join us, but I thought it was a great episode.
We're not going to do Dinking Around, though.
Oh, that's right.
Because we
don't need to do Dinking Around.
It'd be super awkward, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
We were talking about this earlier. Yeah. Could you imagine, like, hey, come on over onto the podcast, and you sit down, and you're here live in person, and then we're like, all right, well, you guys got to go. We're going to keep talking. So just go ahead and let yourself out. I think that'd be pretty awkward.
Well, here we go. So I'm going to build up next week's episode. I keep saying next week, but our next episode, episode 56, we're going to have two great guests. But after those guests leave, we're going to play a video clip of my stuff, my training, my one-on-one training with DJ Howard. It might even be the conclusion. I don't know. I haven't gone through the rest of the footage. I don't know if the next video will be the conclusion. There might be two more. Who knows? You'll have to tune in to find out. But then after that, I will reveal who my secret partner for the Indiana tournament will be.
That's a good idea. Everybody's on the edge of their seat wondering who this
man.
secret partner is, but it's going to be huge.
Yep.
It's going to be huge, Southwest Florida. Huge. Ooh, yeah. That's cool. Oh, I broke my paddle. Did I tell you about that?
What? No.
Yeah, I don't know how it happened. If Audrey's still out there, she'll tell you. I have a big old crack in the front of my brand new paddle tech that I got a few weeks ago, and I don't know how it happened. I don't think it happened from playing. It must have happened while it was in my bag or something like that. But big old crack, and so I reached out to Paddle Tech today, like desperate, like, can I please pay for a paddle? Do you guys have any available overnight shipping? Because I got the tournament this weekend. I'm playing on Sunday, so I'd like to be able to at least practice with it a little bit before I play. I haven't heard anything back yet, but maybe I got an email waiting for me. But anyway, yeah, okay. I cracked my freaking brand new paddle. I couldn't believe it.
Damn, that sucks.
I got to play with the Kyle Yates autographed paddle right there Sunday. So wouldn't that be funny, actually, if I showed up and I was like, oh, this is the one I'm going to play with?
Yeah. Oh, man. That would be hilarious. Who's your partner for the tournament?
Mark.
Nice.
Yeah, he's crushing it. He was on court number 1 last night in our league, and man, the guy is playing incredibly well. He better be ready to carry my ass all through that tournament. So it's gonna be fun though. He's a good player. The league doesn't start till 5:30. Him and I show up at 4:30, and we practice for about 45 minutes before. We've been drilling every single week, so I feel like we've like Corinne was talking about earlier, right? You want to just feel confident and prepared. I feel like him and I are about as confident and prepared as we can get, given the fact that he lives up in Punta Gorda. I'm down here. We've played together a couple times, played that tournament in the summer. But it's funny. I'll even go back and watch the footage from July and compare it to how him and I play now, and it's night and day different. It's crazy.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. And I'm not going to lie. I'm still very bummed. He used to live near me, and I thought that he and I were going to become regular partners in tournaments, but then he bailed. He moved down to Florida, left Michigan. But now I have a new partner named Mark that I think I'll do very good with. But man, I have a bad feeling that he's going to move down to Florida too, because it never fails. Anytime I find a partner, especially partners named Mark that I like playing with, they bail and leave Michigan for Florida.
Guaranteed he's moving to Florida for sure. It's happening.
Yeah, I'm trying not to get too attached, but I do feel good chemistry with him, so I think we could be very successful together. So who knows? We'll have to see what happens.
That's right. What else you want to talk about for dinking around today, Webby?
Oh man, I think that's it. I gotta get rested up tonight and make sure I drink plenty of water, like Corinne said to do tomorrow, because the day after tomorrow, I got lots of pickleball ahead of me.
When are you heading to Grand Rapids? Is that tomorrow or Saturday morning?
Tomorrow. Yep, I'm picking up my daughter from school and heading straight to Grand Rapids. We're gonna make a little family trip out of it. Saturday is gonna be devoted to pickleball. And one thing I'm super excited about, tomorrow night for dinner, we're going to Toasted Pickle. Do you remember Toasted Pickle in Grand Haven?
I do. I was holding up my Brewery Vivant cup. Hoping
nice.
We're going to go there. But yes, I do. That place was great. Yeah.
Actually, we might go to Brewery Vivant Saturday after the Dink for Pink. I love that place.
Lucky.
I've been raving about it to my wife and kids. So we very well might go there for dinner on Saturday after the event.
You should do that by now. That'll be fun. Well, I'm looking forward to hearing what goes down. It's going to be a good match. Good times at Dink for Pink. That honestly was still one of my most favorite pickleball events I've ever been a part of last year. I'm bummed I can't make it, but it'll be good. You'll have a good time for sure.
That's right. And Maggie Raminzi and I will be playing for the right to possess the Midwest Mafia trophy, and I got to make sure I show it off nicely now in case this is the last time that it is in my possession. So get a good look of it.
No.
Get a good look at it with me holding it. But you'll see me. You will see me holding this a few days from now.
You got to find your spot
next
for
episode.
it, man. Got to find a spot. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll find a real nice spot for it.
Okay, that's good. Patrick Sullivan Jr. says you need electrolytes too. So not just water. You also need them electrolytes.
Oh, for sure. Yep, I will have plenty of electrolyte-filled beverages.
Yes. One more thing I wanted to mention. Johnny Pickleball show this week. I know everybody out there is excited about it. It's going to be a little bit different. I'm actually going to record the footage tomorrow night at East Naples. You should go there, East Naples Community Park. Warm-up starts at 5:30. Matches are from 6 to 8. I'm going to be recording the matches, do a quick little editing magic, and then Saturday night, starting at 6 p.m., we're going to be live streaming Johnny and I doing commentary of the recorded matches. So it's going to be Johnny playing and also doing commentary with me.
Oh,
That's
wow.
going to be, so it's going to be a lot of
I like
fun.
it.
You guys definitely want to check it out. He has a solid lineup too. So if you guys are in the Southwest Florida area, come on out and check out the Johnny Pickleball show live from East Naples Community Park underneath the tent on Championship Court. Friday night, tomorrow night, 6 to 8. If you can't, Saturday night, check out the live stream. It'll be live streamed on the Pickleball Academy of Southwest Florida page. So definitely check it out. It's going to be a good time.
That sounds awesome. I can just imagine Johnny being like, "Oh, Johnny Pickleball with an amazing play. What an amazing player. He has got to be the best player in all of pickleball today."
Yeah, Johnny Pickleball here, and that Johnny Pickleball out there in the court did a great shot there.
Nice.
That's going to happen.
That's cool, though. I like that. I really like it.
We're going to try it out and see, because I know he likes to do commentary, but he also likes to play. And so it's like, well, this is what you got to do then.
It's almost like Inception. Johnny, like commentating Johnny
Yeah.
playing.
It's going to be crazy.
Pickleception.
That's a new movie. We should. I still think it'd be fun to make a pickleball movie. I think that'd be awesome.
Oh man,
What do you
yeah,
think?
we got I think we should do it. I think we could make it happen, and I think we could make it very fun.
I want to do like 80s comedy style, where it's like Eddie and Webby go to the U.S. Open, and it's like we could play characters where it's like, I don't know, like one of us is like a full-time guy that just lives out of an RV, kind of like a beach bum type guy, and then the other one is like the hoity-toity businessman who's like family up and leaves him, and so it's like you're forced to move in. The hoity-toity guy is forced to move in with the beach bum, and they both like pickleball, and then it's like their adventure of making it to the U.S. Open, and then like the whole movie culminates with them playing on center court championship against, you know, like Ben and Kyle for the U.S. Open. I think that would be a kick-ass movie.
I love it. Yeah, let's make it happen. We can make this happen.
Yep. I think we should definitely do that.
2020 will be the year of challenges for Eddie and Webby. 2021 will be the year of the Pickleball movie presented by Eddie and Webby.
Let's do it, man.
I'm calling it right now.
Let's do it. Yeah. Who's with us? We could do
Yes.
a Kickstarter or like a crowdfunding thing.
Oh,
so everybody
yeah.
can contribute, and if you contribute, that'll mean you'll get to do like, you'll be an extra in the movie.
Yep.
And this is gonna be awesome. We got it.
Yep. Your name will be in the credits.
Yep.
You'll have a great scene in the movie that you can point out to your friends and family when you watch it. Yeah, this is gonna be awesome.
We just made the best idea ever. So Audrey Bamberger asked, Eddie, are you playing in the Bonita tournament this weekend? I am. I'm playing Sunday only. I might stop by Saturday for a little bit, get a little video of mixed doubles, but I'm only playing Sunday. Men's 4-0, 19 to 45. There's 6 teams in our division, and it's going to be some pretty competitive play. I know a lot of them, and they're good players. So
Nice.
Fun. Yeah.
I gotta say, Audrey is awesome. She's stuck with us this entire time for dinking around, and I love that fact.
Yeah. She's super cool, and she's an awesome player, by the way. If you ever want somebody to expose your weaknesses out on the pickleball court, play against Audrey because she'll expose them very quickly.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like that. That's a great thing because that's the best way to help you out is finding out what your weaknesses are.
I agree. We got one more question here. This is from Patrick Sullivan Jr. He asked, "Can it also be a musical?" Man,
Ooh.
that might be a good idea. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, Pickleball the musical.
That's
got a good ring to it.
Yeah, which is funny because I usually don't like
man.
musicals. Like I think Grease would be an awesome movie if you just fast forwarded or cut out the musical parts. To be honest
Right.
with you, but
I go
don't-
through phases, man. Like I was raised on musicals, so like I have a thing for musicals, but at the same time, there are like you said, the Grease and certain movies, like it just feels like they could have been so much better if it wasn't a musical. So I don't know. I feel like we could do two. Like let's do Pickleball the movie, like a like straight up movie, and then the next step, Pickleball the musical. How about
Let's
that?
do it. I like it.
How about that? Catch me outside.
Catch me outside. Love it. And Audrey Bamberger says, "Love you guys. We love you too, Audrey. You're the best."
Yes.
All right. Well. Oh, here we go. We got the comments just keep coming in as we're trying to close out the show.
I
Another
love
one
it.
from Patrick Sullivan
Love it.
Jr. Pickleball lightning.
Oh, that's great.
Man, I think we have
Pickleball lightning. Blah.
Patrick.
know.
Can you be
I don't know
our
about
choreographer, please? I think that would be good.
Pickleball lightning. Oh, pickleball lightning.
Webby's obviously going to write the score. So
Yep. I'm
There
down
we
for
go.
the challenge.
we got it all figured out.
That's
Just like I
right.
need to figure out how to close this out so I can go to bed because it's late and I'm tired. Right?
Yeah, man. What a great night. Another epic night. Corinne joining us on episode 55. Nobody joined us for this episode of Dinking Around, but man, I thought it was another great one. So many great topics. The time just flew by.
Okay. I like it. I think we had a great show. We had a great guest. And yeah, you're right. I think it was okay that a guest didn't join us. You and I got to catch up. We don't get to catch up anymore.
Yeah.
It's all about the kids and the fans, right? We got to actually
That's
hang
right.
out, you know? So
Yeah, I loved it. And like I really like covering a bunch of different topics from the pickleball forum. It's fun.
Yeah.
I really like it.
and a lot of interaction with you guys on social media. Like Patrick saying instead of choreographer, he wants to be executive producer and best boy. We could probably make that happen. We can make that happen. I think that'd be okay.
Oh, and Jack the cat is making an appearance here right at the end. How's
You're
it going,
Jack.
I think he's telling me it's bedtime. He does not like to go to bed without me, so I think this is a great time to wrap it up.
Well, let's do that. Oh, man, this has been Dinking Around number 16. Are we already at 16? What in the world?
Wow.
Is that right? I don't
Man.
even know. To be honest with you,
I think it is right. And I didn't think we would even get that far on the regular podcast, let alone our spin-off podcast. I love it. This is awesome. Let's keep it going, man.
That's right. And here we are. We are wrapping up another episode of Dinking Around. And on that note, I'm Eddie.
And until next time, this is Webby, not Eddie, signing off.
I'll see ya.